It's 2007. I'm 24 years old, and I'm sitting on a toilet in a hostel in the basement of Athens, Greece, and I have a terrifying realization. I have Montezuma's revenge. And this realization prompts two very important thoughts. One, I can't believe this is a real thing and that this is happening to me. And the second, this is going to make a very funny story one day. And I was right, because it made for 2 weeks of the funniest emails I had ever written in my entire life. I didn't know it at the time, but that moment on the toilet was my catalyst. You see, as a 24-year-old living in New York City, I was thus far unexcited and unimpressed with the opportunities that had been presented to me. I was on my third job in 3 years, none of which had given me any sort of real fulfillment. And so it wasn't until that really uncomfortable, embarrassing moment that I realized I could make something out of this. Upon returning home, those emails were so well received that I was inspired to write more. And so I started a blog. That was it. That was the beginning. The first time as an adult I had created something where nothing had existed before. What I thought would serve as simple expression infused me with a new form of clarity and understanding. Writing helped me understand the world around me, helped me understand myself, but more importantly, it gave me something to show. I now had a piece of me that existed outside of myself. I had a product. And since I wanted nothing more than to become a writer, I just started calling myself one. What do you do for a living? Oh, I'm a writer. Sure, I'd never made any money as a writer, but I did write, and it was what I cared about the most. I took screenwriting courses because I wanted to be a screenwriter, and 3 months after I'd finished my first screenplay, I had sent it to hundreds of Hollywood agents who didn't want to read it. Shortly thereafter, I acted in a play that very few people came to see. Sitting backstage while we performed for an audience of 12, I had a realization. I could write a short play that nobody came to see. I rented a venue, auditioned a cast, and 4 months after I'd written the first words of my first play, sold out the tickets. I wondered if it might even be possible, but it was. Because I made it possible. And 2 more plays after that, suddenly I was a director. I was addicted to experience. Video contests sent me to Miami and Fiji and inspired a web series that took 2 years to produce, all while I was now on my 5th job in 6 years. I kept thinking I was going after something that would bring me somewhere, when really I was just becoming a newer, bigger version of myself. I became somebody who attempted things with no understanding of how difficult they would be, simply because I wanted to know the experience. I have 2 feelings on a regular basis. The first is that of immense gratitude for how fortunate that I've been and continue to be. The second is impatience and dissatisfaction with the opportunities immediately available to me. I don't want to apply to or submit for. I want to make, expand, create. Time after time, that frustration makes me create a better version of myself. Nothing is off limits because of a lack of knowledge or experience. Everything this incredible time of access and technology has made available to me, I've taken advantage of, even if I had no idea what I was doing. I feel more connected to myself and the world around me. The more I do, the more I've done, the bigger I feel, the more I have to offer, the more I have to learn. It forges this upward cycle of creation and connection that makes that person I was 6 years ago feel absolutely suffocated. Last year, I started my biggest project yet, my own business. And while nothing could have prepared me for it, everything that I've done, everything that I am because of the things I've done, have shaped me into somebody who could even attempt such a project. This incredibly unexpected journey has given me a kind of confidence and courage and allowed me to live a life that feels richer, even if I've made less money at 30 than I did at 23. Even if I feel fear, frustration, and self-doubt on an almost daily basis. I have realized that if I am to lead the kind of life I want, if any of us are, we must know that who we are right now is always just a fraction of the possibility of who we could be. And that idea, that singular notion that we are the architects of our own connected experience, that our body of work allows for a unique position in the cosmic fabric, all drives home that what we make makes us. Make yourself. Thank you.